Merson, Liverpool's last 3 away games in the league. They lost 3-1 at Brentford, 3-0 at Brighton, 3-0 at Wolves.
Wow.
And what the heck happened today? Sounds like they were totally outclassed.
They got off to a bad start. The first 12 minutes, they're 2-0 down. First of all, Matip tries to play offside, and he's not offside, Wang, and he sort of stops, and then when he goes to go and close him down, the ball comes in, it hits him and goes in. It's an own goal, clear own goal. And then Dawson finishes, good header. Again, you know, poor defending, in my opinion. Then after that, they did push. I watched them at Brighton, Jeff, and they got well beat. Here, I was sitting watching, and I said to Clinton, if they score a goal here, they'll go on and get a result. You know, they would give a lot more than what they did at Brighton. But then on the counter-attack, you know, they scored a good goal with Neves. Great touch by Neves, great play by Traore. And then Jimenez had another one. It could have been 4. First time I've seen Klopp just sitting there like I don't like the word lost. He's not lost, but I don't think he knows what else to do now. I think, you know, he's watching this team and it is a million miles off of where they were last year. A million miles off.
It's early in the calendar year, I know. But in a league table based on this calendar year, Liverpool will be bottom of the Premier League. Do you think that... it's guesswork, of course. Do you think he might be thinking, I can't do any more at this club?
I think he'll wait till the Champions League. I think he'll wait till after the Real Madrid game. I think, you know, if he gets a couple of players fit, you know, I think if he gets a Van Dijk fit, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's a different game if they go and beat Real Madrid over 2 legs. Watching this, I don't see him doing that. But with Van Dijk back, you know, Matip and Gomez don't look the same players without a Van Dijk next to them. The 2 fullbacks have lost their way. The midfield's just getting overrun. And up front, Núñez touches the ball more times than anyone, but just can't hit the target and score a goal. So Salah looks... I mean, he looks a million miles off, Salah. You know, as I said before the show, Jeff, you're talking about players that were consistently at 8 and 9 last season. They're consistently at 6 and 5s now. I mean, and when you dip that much, I don't see how you get results in this league. It's ruthless.
I mean, they've lost the fear factor, haven't they?
Oh, 100%. 100%. There's no doubt about that, yeah. You know, teams are having a go. Teams are opening it up. You're watching at the end. I mean, it was cringeworthy at the end. I know the game's over, it's 3-0, but Wolves must have kept the ball for 50, 60 passes. You know, and all the crowd going, hey, and not one Liverpool player got near them. You know, usually you'd think someone would... You know, I don't want people to steam in and hurt people, but you let them know that don't take the mickey out of us. Do you know what I mean? And for me, I was shocked. I mean, especially at the end. Honestly, 50, 60 passes. That can't be happening with Liverpool Football Club.
Is the explanation, Clinton, maybe that actually he's just been let down by the owners? You know, we talked about the 63 games that they played last season. They had to freshen up in the summer, didn't they? And they're paying the price for it.
Yeah, they are paying the price. We spoke about it before the show. They played a lot of football matches last season. They've got a lot of injuries to big players. And we were always saying about that midfield, you need to strengthen in that midfield, bring younger players. We knew that there was a lot of ageing players in that squad. And you still need the experienced players, but you also need young legs in and around it. To see an interview like that, it's not good because Jurgen Klopp, he's always, you know, bubbly on the front foot, a good character. Even when his team comes out and loses, his interviews are always on like front foot, positive and that. But it's not good. And I do look at the hierarchy at Liverpool and say, you've got one of the world-class managers. Back your manager in the transfer market, and they didn't do that in the summer, and that's why they're losing football matches at the moment. They have got a long injury list. I get that, but if you look at that he was really dejected when he's doing an interview there.
I mean, we want to give Wolves some credit. We will in just a moment, and we're going to have to move on because there's a lot to talk about as well. But Boyd, look, this is a market I absolutely hate, and I never mention it normally, and that's the next manager to leave their job. Jurgen Klopp is 3rd favourite to be the next manager to leave their job. I mean, it'll be his choice, won't it? Obviously, it will be his choice. Yeah. But you do just wonder, you know, when he goes home and lies in bed at night, whether he thinks, enough.
Well, I wonder how much, you know, more he can take of it. You know, because at the end of the day, he has, as we touched on before the show, he has, you know, given Liverpool everything. He's delivered trophies. He took them to the Premier League title Obviously Champions League as well.
6 major trophies.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, considering how well this Manchester City team is at this moment in time as well. But you're just going to get the feeling now where you get to this stage, you need backed, you need help. As I said before the show, at the top of the show, there has been money spent, but you just feel as if Liverpool have been shopping in that market below the big, the so-called big ones in world football. And it can't continue, because if you continue to, try and... I'm saying penny pinch at, 40, 50, 60 million pound. It's not exactly penny pinching, but you know what I mean when you look at, the ones who are going for 80, 90, 100 million pound. They're a downgrade on them, and you're going to get results like this. I don't know how much more Jurgen Klopp will take. We actually had a conversation there as well. Does he say enough's enough? Because there'll be a lot of clubs out there willing to take him on as their next manager, that's for sure.
Absolutely.